fancy friends. Today we're going to be stitching on a trucker hat. Are you ready? Let's get started.
We're starting with our water-soluble stabilizer. I'm just going to peel that and stick it onto my hat here in the center. Now you can put this off to the side, you can put it wherever you like, but I did this one in the middle, and now we're ready to stitch. So I'm doing a ton of satin stitching for this one. I'm going to start with the leaves. I'm coming up through the back, down through the front, and this is going to be a satin stitch, so it's side by side by side. I will split my, yes, you'll see. I will split my shapes here to try to keep me a little more symmetrical and pretty well lined up. I will say I wish I had gone an angle on this one and made a few shorter stitches. So play with it, choose what you like. You could also do a leaf stitch for this one or long and short. Feel free to mix it up with the stitches and colors. I am doing a two-tone here. So I did one-sided leaf with a light green and the other side with dark. And now that the leaves are done, I'm going to work on these stems. So this is just a back stitch. I'm going to come up through the back and down through the front. And then I go ahead a stitch length and then back down into the hole of that initial stitch. So here you'll see me do that. I'm going to come down through the front. And again, if you need help with these, the 101 class is perfect if you're just learning stitches. So now I'm going to come back up about a stitch length ahead. And then I'll come back down into the last hole of that initial stitch. So that will be sharing a hole. These are great for outlines, they're great for stems. So I'm going to finish these up really quickly. And then I'm going to start working on my petals. So again, I'm working with satin stitches, so I won't, I'll speed this one up quite a bit since you've gotten the gist of it, but I am going to do this back petal, like all the petals of the back flower, and a lighter color, and then I'm going to do a slightly darker color in the front. So again, make sure that you're choosing the colors that you like, mix them up. If you'd like to do some different stitches here, feel free to mix it up as well. But I'm going to be sticking with the satin stitch for this one, and then we'll do the center with some French knots. Now, I also want to acknowledge that working with a hat can be difficult. So take your time. A lot of times you're wiggling around and trying to get the right grip on it. Just know that that's normal. Work through it. It's just part of stitching outside of the hoop. So now I've gotten those two flowers and I'm going to show you one of these. It was really hard to film. And the French knots, again, if these give you trouble, so we're coming up through the back, wrapping 2 to 3 times, and then going back down really close to where we came out. So right next to that initial stitch, and then pulling that through to complete the knot. So again, in the 101 class, but also this is really hard on a hat. If you opt for a satin stitch for the center, that's totally fine, but it does give this really amazing texture. So I did that for the little bulbs and for the centers of the flower. So now it's time to wash off our water-soluble stabilizer. And again, soak them as needed. And now we're all finished. Check out the trucker. Can't wait to see yours. Be sure to share them.
Key takeaways. Be sure to use the colors and stitches that speak most to you. If you like a certain palette, go for it. If the French knot is giving you trouble, opt for a satin stitch instead. Ensure you dissolve your water-soluble stabilizer completely to avoid any dark lines showing through on your lighter threads. If you have existing pieces, those are the perfect ones to use versus buying something new. I'll see you next time. Happy stitching!